What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we are on the test server here today, so thank you PlayerM for allowing us access. And we will be covering one of the harder, maybe the hardest champion to get in this entire Alice in Wonderland themed event. I'm talking none other than the Void Legendary champion, the Queen of Hearts. So let's check her out here. We're going to talk about how I built her, what areas to use her in, and is she actually any good in those areas? So let's jump right into it. All right, so first things first, Night Revenant. She is the Void Legendary here, Queen of Hearts. She looks super badass in terms of aesthetics. Raid also always kills it in terms of the cosmetics here. She looks a lot different than her Disney counterpart. Well, let's check out her kit here real quick. So she got an A1. This A1 is probably one of the craziest A1s, like in terms of overall value. It's an AoE 100% decreased defense. She's a Void champion, by the way, so she can't weak hit. And it also provides a turn meter fill for your entire team. It's actually pretty insane. It doesn't require any books either. So if you just want to use her for a decreased defense champion, you literally just need her A1 to go off. And yeah, it's a really insane A1 in terms of just overall value, what's happening here. Like obviously like Sifi's A1 is like ridiculous, but this is pretty ridiculous in terms of like probably like PvE value. Absolutely bonkers A1 here. Moving on to her A2, she's got Off With Your Heads, 7-turn cooldown. So this one definitely needs some books. Books down to 4 turns, remove all buffs. So it's a team and an enemy team strip. And then you place this new kind of debuff called Death Brand on one target, and then it places fear on everybody. So Death Brand, basically when you brand a champion, if that champion dies, it's basically block revived. So you're basically placing like a preemptive block revive, I guess, on one champion. It's not on AoE, unfortunately. It's just on one champion. She does place True Fear on everybody after stripping them, and then she gets a turn meter fill for 5% for each buff removed by this skill. So I mean, if she removes 8 buffs, that's 2 buffs on a arena, 2 buffs on every champion on an arena team. That's 40% already. That's significant. That's a significant boost already. It is a 4-turn cooldown, so it's not significantly short. A 3-turn would have been super strong, but it is a 4-turn, so that kind of balances it out a little bit. Obviously, the Death Brand is very strong and scary. Let's see what her A3 can do. Queenly Command, 6 turns down to 4 turns. It is a teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy. So it's a full team attack. It's not just everybody else except her. It's not, yeah, it's a full team attack. Before attacking, places increased attack on all allies. So increased attack, I mean, that's going to be, you know, basically only useful for, you know, attack-based champions, unfortunately. So sometimes having the crit damage one is pretty good because it just means more, you know, versatility for defense-based and HP-based nukers, but this one's just for attack. She doesn't bring increased crit damage or anything like that. Actually a pretty good kill condition here. Decreases the cooldown of this champion's Off With Your Heads skill by 2 turns if the target is killed. So Cardio has a similar ability where when he kills somebody with his ally attack gets 1 turn reduction. So Queenly Command, when you kill somebody with Queenly Command, her basically her AoE CC control ability gets reduced by 2 turns. So it's a little bit different, but it's kind of similar. But yeah, that's pretty good support ability here. Her passive here, every 10 buffs the enemy receives, grant this champion an extra turn. So that's pretty strong because it kind of sets her up so that she gets many turns so that she can get her strip back. It kind of makes sense, right? Because if the enemy starts buffing themselves up, she can get back to her turn so that she can use her strip more often. The big negative against her is that if she does not kill anybody with her ally attack, if she has this on cooldown, both her abilities are a 4-turn cooldown. She has to rely on her AoE A1 only to do anything. And there's no real control on this. It's a little bit of a turn meter boost and of course a decreased defense, but the A1 doesn't really like protect her or anything like that, or protects her team. Anyways, guys, base stats here looks pretty good. 110 base speed, very strong. Resistance and accuracy as well. Not the best mix in terms of stats if you're just using her for support. Obviously you want more HP, less attack. So we'll have to see. I like Rakavaltai, for example, is a stat distribution that I don't really like as well. She's like 19,000, 1100, and then 1100 defense. And she's a support champion. Queen of Hearts here, similarly, unless she does damage, this low HP is actually not very strong. So we'll have to take a look at how she performs wherever, but it doesn't look like she's like going to be a super hard carry. Anyways, guys, let's quickly take a look at the Queen of Hearts I put together here. So first of all, I want to test her for damage. She only has one attacking skill, which is her A1. If her A1 actually cranks significant damage, she's actually a pretty interesting champion because she has really good crowd control. She has a team support like AoE attack, and then she has a really strong A1 nuke. It would be kind of an interesting kit. So I'm really curious to see if she actually deals damage on her A1. But anyways, I got her in a 6-piece Merciless set with 35% ignore defense of extra attack since her A1 is based on attack. I gave her a pinpoint set because she does need accuracy for her debuff strip and debuff placing. Okay speed, but not quick at all. But I gave her, decent accuracy to land her stuff. Some decent damage stats. It's hard to bump up her attacks since her attack's only like 1100. But yeah, so that's the best I got on her. Mastery is going to be here down to Helm Smasher. I'm going to take first hit, Shield Breaker. Prioritizing her A1, could be okay too. In terms of blessings, I went with the Nature's Wrath. Keep in mind, I do have a 5-star blessing here. I assume that might come up at some point. She definitely benefits because she needs accuracy and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll test out her damage here and see how it goes. All right, we will test out her damage here with the increased attack and then decreased defense and weaken. And then we can test out the A1 and then we can compare it against Wukong's AoE attack as well. Wukong's AoE is a very modest multiplier on it, so it kind of just gives you a decent range of what we can expect. Decent gauge, let's say. All right, let's hopefully all of this lands, so it's super consistent. It does all land, so it's super consistent. Let's test out Wukong's AoE as a baseline here. And he hits for about 190. I saw 190 against Venus. I saw about 159 here. So let's see what the Queen's A1 can do here, all right? 115, 108, about 100. So definitely, I don't think her A1 hits significantly hard. I'll show you guys the Wukong's stats, just so you guys can get an accurate comparison here. Wukong geared out in lethal and cruel. It's going to be slightly less ignore defense. He has more attack because his base attack scaled up way higher. In terms of crit damage, I mean, it's pretty close. Crit damage is pretty close. Speed's irrelevant. But Wukong's packing about 1500 extra attack, trading off 5% ignore defense versus the Merciless. So he's running lethal cruel versus Merciless. So Merciless has an extra 5% ignore defense, but Wukong has an extra 1500 attack. But the damage difference is pretty big. So I would imagine that the Queen of Hearts A1 does not really hit super hard, to be honest. She's like hitting 109. Like Wukong's doing significantly more than that. So I don't think her A1 is going to be, her calling card here. So let's switch her out into a different build here and we'll try her out in some other content as well. All right, guys, let's change up her build into a full support build. So basically this is a build that I probably would bring her into the arena for. And I think she would be doing okay. She would be your control champion, right? So she needs to be significantly fast with pretty good high accuracy so that she can strip and land her debuffs. All right, so I actually went with Stone Skin here and a 1-turn pinpoint. So 1-turn Stone Skin with the 1 intercept pinpoint. Basically, the pinpoint is here so that she doesn't basically sheep herself because she does land quite a bit of debuffs. It also gives her accuracy, which is really nice. Stone Skin kind of gives her a chance to take a turn. She doesn't necessarily need to go first because her A2 is a buff strip. So if the enemy starts, buffing up and stuff, she can come in afterwards. So she doesn't necessarily need to be like the fastest champion ever. Although you could definitely build her as your fastest champion because she comes in, she gives a chance to strip the Stone Skin, for example, and then place Fear, which is the CC. So there's definitely a chance for that to happen. So you can build her as your fastest champion too. In which case you would just wouldn't use Stone Skin. But I kind of like this build. It's just kind of like more versatile. Here are the total stats on her, just under 700. Keep in mind there's a 5-star blessing as well. So just under 700 accuracy, 329 speed, 60k HP, 4.7k defense. I would like more HP to be honest, but I think I had quite a bit of defense, fast defense pieces. Like I said, I went with pinpoint and 1-turn stone skin. Blessing. I took a polymorph. Seems pretty, pretty self-explanatory. You're in arena. Taking polymorph with high accuracy champion seems about right. And then for the masteries, I took Eagle Eye. That's going to be the big one. This is a pretty good one too. Arcane Solare. You get turn meter for the debuffs. Psycho Magic, so you can get back some of your bigger abilities faster. Focus on her A1 a little bit so that she can get more of her decreased defense and turn meter boosting. Harvest of Despair is going to be a good one because she does place Fear. So when she plays Fear, you can place Leech as well. So help out your team, which is pretty good. Improve parry for Arena. And yeah, that's about it. So let's take her for a spin and see how she performs. Mainly, I think in Arena is where she will actually perform the best. All right, guys, let's take her in here against YST's team. We are running like generic speed team here. So basically she'll come in, she'll, strip their stuff and then try to CC them and then we'll try to get back to our nuker and then the nuker will do the damage here. So let's see how this performs. Let's see how she performs and all that. 1-time speed, take it off auto. Let's see how it goes. Pinpoint and stone skin, so we get the boost here. All right, now it's her turn. So how I would do this is obviously I would come in here with the remove all buffs and then place the death brand and the true fear. So who do I want to place the death brand on? Really nice that she's void affinity so that we can't weak hit here. So I'm going to place it on the Harima here because that's his only DPS. So let's do that. So I target Harima and then I place the death brand. Okay. Now I get the A1 back because I'm locked out, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to do the A1. Okay, decreased defense here. Okay, really sucks that I'm locked out here. But let's see if we can kill this Harima. That would be pretty nice. I think that's it. Oh my god, there we go, guys. Death Brand. Death Brand definitely coming in pretty massive there. Now he does not have a DPS, and it's basically just easy pickings now. We go in with the A1, drop the decreased defense. We still have the intercept stack, meaning we didn't get sheeped or anything weird like that. Intercept stack from the pinpoint set, obviously very strong. It doesn't matter how many turns you take. Okay, so see if we can A1, kill the Duchess. Not quite. But at this point, it's basically, we got this already. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just kind of showing some of the abilities here. I want to show her ally attack. So here we go. The ally attack. All right, let's go after the Duchess. Ally attack. It's really nice, actually, that she attacks first. So then she can place the AoE decreased defense. That's actually really nice. So in the ally attack situation, she would come in and place the decreased defense, and then that would set up, the rest of your team going in. So that's actually really good. And my Georgette was missing gear. Oh my god, my Georgette had no gear at all. Oh man, that's bad. All right, what was I talking about? The gear is back on him. Anyways, that's actually pretty crazy that we didn't have gear on him and he still did a little bit of damage there. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, let's find another team that we can test this with here. If we lose the speed race against the lockout, we're probably pretty much done. So let's try this. Let's try Tyraku's team here. But if we lose the speed race, we're pretty much out. So let's see here. I mean, even if we win the speed race, we might be out. Let's see if we get to her. Okay, we do. Sweet. So we have a chance to remove the stone skin and all that stuff, but we can't remove the protected bolster set. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. And nice. Nice. Okay, fears are happening. We still get locked out, which kind of sucks, but He-Man. He-Man has been branded for death. Let's get him, guys. Let's get him. Oh, so close to death. So close. The death brand actually is actually gone off him. I wonder how that happened. Let's try again. Honestly, that was a pretty good scenario in terms of her strip. Because her strip and fear took off both stone skins, so the stone skin from He-Man actually came off. So that was a really good scenario for us. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. He-Man is branded to die. Oh, we got the ally attack back. Okay. This is very powerful. What happened here is because in the first fight, I believe Sifi got feared and then didn't do her whirlwind. So for all those buffs. But because in this fight, she actually got a turn. For every 10 buffs the enemy team receives, grants this champion extra turn. So when Sifi buffed, the Queen of Hearts got a turn, and this is actually massive because now she can ally attack into the He-Man, and He-Man is their only damage dealer here. So here we go. Oh my god, that is absolutely devastating. That is devastating, guys. This brand for death, absolutely devastating. Because now their team is just easy pickings, right? There's just 3 support champions. Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right, let's try this again. Again, it's a speed race. If we win, then it's okay. If it's not, then we lose, then we're out. But yeah, let's see if we can strip in stuff. Strip in fear. Although fear is not going to be very good here against Sifi or Rotos, because Rotos can cleanse because of the partner bonus, and Sifi has the passive that cleanses herself off. But the Queen of Hearts is really good against a champion like Sifi or Duchess, because basically as soon as they buff their team, she's going to get a turn. She gets an instant turn right away. That's pretty wild. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's... Oh, I actually branded the wrong champion because I should have branded, sorry, that's my fault. I should have branded the Rotos. I guess that doesn't matter because he can cleanse it off. Actually, it might not matter. Okay, let me see what happens here. Too bad it's not like a protected brand. That would be wild. If it was a protected brand, that would be really, really strong. Let's try again. We're going to brand the Rotos here. Do we get a turn? Oh, there we go. Exactly, guys. This is exactly what's happening. So when she buffed, I get an instant turn. And now we can do the ally attack. We ally attack with the, we plus attack our whole team, and then we ally attack everybody in. And Rotos really protected by by big shields and all that. And he actually gets a turn. So when he gets a turn, he cleanses everything off because of Sifi. And yeah, so he didn't die with the brand on. So maybe not the best, but actually it's really nice to showcase that her instant turn happening because of the buffs from Sifi. All right, let's try again here. Again, we're gonna go after the Sifi. The shield buff and stuff is not super crazy because we do have a strip here as well. But their damage dealer is gonna be Valkyrie here. All right, so she gets the instant turn. We're gonna strip and fear, and there we go. We do land it. Again, I chose the wrong champion. Sorry, I should have branded the the Valkyrie. Sorry, my bad. Let's try it again. All right. Sorry about that. Let's try again here. So she buffs. We get the instant turn. Oops. Okay. A lot of stuff is happening. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the way she disrupts, right? Because she gets that instant turn. So you think you're you think you're like setting up, but you know, at this point we just win. So I'm just gonna leave. But you think like if you were if you were them, the enemy, you think you're like all good, setting up, buffing up your team, and then she gets an instant turn, and then she kind of disrupts your flow, right? But actually, that's really strong. Like her passive, it seems not as good as if something that you can control, but because it's a passive without a cooldown, it's actually really strong. All right, let's do one more fight here. This one's probably going to be a little bit tough, but against Marius, Marius does place a bunch of buffs on his A3, so we might get a chance to cheat in a little bit. Obviously, the Torment Freeze is not ideal for our team, but this is, you know, similar kind of matchup here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, lots of stone skin stuff happening. All right, so we get to go first. Let's brand. I guess because the block debuffs is on Marius, the brand won't land on it unless we strip the block debuffs, obviously. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. And we do, and then we place the brand on him. All right. And that's it. Oh, it's so it's nasty. It's nasty. When it works, it's nasty. Oof. When it works, it's nasty. So you go first. Yeah, like this situation was we went first, right? Because we haven't gone first against any of the fights. I don't think. So being able to go first and then brand and then you know you just snipe their nuker and it's you know it's kind of game over at that point. Let's see if we can find a slower team. I mean, all these guys are super fast, super jacked up teams. There's not too many guys we can really fight here. Like even Ian's Lysandra is faster than my fastest champion here. All right, let's fight this slow team here. Let's see what we can do against this guy. Similar situation, we will place the brand and then try to snipe. But the problem is he does have, you know, I think he has like a big shield here. Yeah, stone skin on everybody. Okay, let's try to get, I mean, Tross is going to be hard to get, especially with the Death Knight here too. But yeah, we can try. All right, let's do the strip and nothing. Wow. Okay. Well, he's branded. Let's see if we can get him. Be very hard, actually. Nope. Nope. Can we get a turn before Taras gets a turn? Probably not. Okay, ally attack. The brand is on for 3 turns. Is that normal? Let's see. Oh, it's a 2-turn brand. 2-turn brand. He just put... Actually, he just had a turn, so it was a 3-turn brand. Sorry. Okay, awesome. That means the mastery that gives the extra turn on debuff works on Death Brand. Oh, that's really strong. All right, let's do the ally attack right into Taras. And then we got the decreased defense there, and he is block revived. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's going to be it for this team. We're just going to slowly chip him away. Super sweet. So actually we found out 3-turn duration on Death Brand. Very nice. Let's have a quick look at it again. Yep, I did take the Master Hexer here, thinking to extend the duration on the decreased defense. And then I thought we could test it out against the Death Brand, and it actually worked. So that's really awesome. 3-turn Death Brand with Master Hexer. Super nice. I mean, I guess that's what the testing is for, I guess. But hey, actually, honestly, the build actually was pretty good. She has a specific role, right? She has the strip and the CC, similar to how Odin does the strip and stun with the decreased defense. Obviously, Odin's AoE is like pretty insane, right? Obviously, stun is better than fear. But the Queen of Hearts does get turn meter as well, additional turn meter, and we did see some crazy stuff with her kind of cheating ahead of some teams, and this can really be disruptive because you know it really limits you sometimes if if you can't do your buffs. If you can't do your team buffs, it really limits you, but it also puts somebody at threat, at risk of dying, especially if the death brand is out. So she is a high threat, high priority champion to deal with. She doesn't deal insane amounts of damage, but it's also really nice that she attacks with the decreased defense ahead of your nuker, and then you can get, you know, additional damage that way. Overall, I really like this champion. Like I said, her A1's incredibly strong. I love the strip here with the death brand. It makes base. A lot of the block revive abilities in this game, they're kind of watered down because block revive is super strong. So they don't want like a super strong champion with a super strong move with block revive. They always temper it in some way, whether it's multipliers or you know, super conditional or whatever. But having this death brand ability, basically being able to place on any champion and then having your best nuker come in and blow them up, that is absolutely massive. And that's almost something that you cannot even defend against, because if she strips your stone skin off and, you know, they get a turn first, you basically just lose a champion to block revive instantly. So really strong champion in the right team. I don't even have like for sure I don't have the best champions to make her, you know, really work, but even for me, she was working out pretty well. So overall, very impressive champion for me. Definitely top tier. Is she worth going for? I don't know how she's going to be offered up. She might be you know, maybe she's a guarantee. If she's a guarantee, I'd say she's a pretty good guarantee. But if she's just going to be, you know, 15x bait the whole time, you know, I don't know if she's going to be like one of the top tier void legendaries in the game. I don't think so. I'm not fully convinced that is the case. For example, like Odin is better. She's like maybe a worse version of Odin. Like she can bring damage, she can bring control, she has a cool passive, but she's not as good as Odin, at least for arena. But she is strictly for arena champion most likely. Like she can do dungeons, but so can Odin. Both are not particularly good in Hydra, but Odin's actually pretty decent in Hydra actually. Queen of Hearts, not super decent in Hydra, but okay, she has the attack and all that, but her A2 is not that useful. But overall, very good champion. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys think about this showcase? What do you guys think about the Queen of Hearts? Would love to hear from you guys, of course. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. Appreciate your time as always. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.